So this girl at school had Down syndrome. So Down syndrome is something really causing, and it makes them really not like their brain or something like that. So this girl had Down syndrome, and she is very kind and sweet. So it was just about time to go to school. This girl was new to our class, and she said she had Down syndrome. I was like, what is Down syndrome? And I was like, oh yeah, I thought you said down in. So it was just time to get out of this time where I would always do this. So I was just about, so this girl was new in our class. She acted really sweet. And I was like, oh, she told us that she had Down syndrome. And I was like, what is Down syndrome? But I thought they said down in him, so I basically known what Down syndrome was. So basically, I felt bad for the girl, and I didn't really want to bother her because everything was so good for her. Well, everybody laughed at her because she had Down syndrome, and I felt bad. So she started crying, and I told her to come here. And the teacher said, stop, this girl has Down syndrome. And I thought it was so rude for this girl, for everybody to laugh at a girl who had Down syndrome. Like, why would somebody laugh at a girl who had Down syndrome? I felt really bad for her. I feel like it hurted her feelings, and it actually did. I felt so bad for this girl. Since everybody was so rude, I wanted to just so she was only just a girl who had Down syndrome. I was like, guys, don't be rude to this girl who had Down syndrome. Like, so they had Down syndrome, and so, like, it's very bad for her. Because I felt very bad for the girl who had Down syndrome, so, and yeah, it was super duper rude for everybody to say that she had Down syndrome. Like, I was not going to say, though, but I said, guys, she has Down syndrome, not down in him. And they said, what is Down syndrome? I said, it's not really bad, but it's just like, it's when you have like your brain causes, it doesn't really hurt, but if you say somebody has Down syndrome, it means that, it just, so they still laughed. They were like, they just laughed. And I was like, so rude about it. Down syndrome is not, you have nothing to, they have it forever. Like, Down syndrome is not good. What about, you guys had Down syndrome and I bullied you. So they were just like, Down syndrome is not like that, girl. Down syndrome is not a condition either. And I was like, girl, this thing is not really nice. then go back to preschool, I said. And I was like, so I was like so mad at these kids who bullied her. She was my classmate who had Down syndrome. Everyone laughed. Like, why would somebody laugh at somebody who had Down syndrome? Oh my gosh. Like what? Part two of this, the people who bullied this girl who had Down syndrome. So the kids not really liked it, but I didn't really want to hurt my friend's feelings, even though she had Down syndrome. And I was like, it's okay, don't worry. And I really known how much it was. I just felt so bad for this girl who everybody laughed at. So this is going to be pretty mad. So it was going to be the saddest part of this girl's life, because everybody said, go die in a dumpster to the girl who had Down syndrome. And I was like, oh, guys, that is so more rudely, however you could say that. Everybody laughed at the girl who had Down syndrome. I was like, guys, you don't have to do this. This girl has Down syndrome. Why would you laugh at a girl who had Down syndrome? And I was like, guys, this is not funny. So the girl who had Down syndrome cried, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, girlie. So I told the teacher who was going to the bathroom, my teacher who was going to the bathroom, and she said, what? And then I said, somebody said that the girl who had Down syndrome said go die in a dumpster to the girl. And the teacher brought the kid to the principal office. I was like, good. This girl does not deserve to have Down syndrome. And it is so lucky that she did not need to die. So the kid who was bullying the girl who had Down syndrome literally got to detention. And everybody was like, oh, I'm so sorry about this kid. Like, so it was just so rude to this kid who had Down syndrome. Like, it's so rude to bully somebody with Down syndrome. Like, it's not a disorder to call her that yet. Like, it's very hard to not do this, but it's not cool. 'Cause some people can be born with Down syndrome. And if you bully them, they're not going to be happy with that. So I told them, like, do not bully this girl who has Down syndrome. It does not change her life. Like, if you're not helping her. I told the guy who bullied the girl. And I was like, guys, stop bullying this girl who had Down syndrome. Like, she's not going to lie, but, like, it's a crazy disorder. So, yeah, like for part 3 of the guy who bullied a girl who had Down syndrome. So it was really a good thing to do this, but everybody laughed. So this girl with Down syndrome, the girl who had Down syndrome, I felt so bad for her. Like, why would she have Down syndrome and everybody bullied her? So I felt so bad for this girl who had Down syndrome. So I literally told her, I told the guy who was bullying her, and everybody started laughing at her. Like, I was like, guys, stop laughing at her, because she's already going to have a disorder. And I was like, no, not today. And it's crazy, this person thought this is so funny. Like, no, this is not funny. This is not funny, so do not laugh at this girl. And I was so mad. Like, I do not know why this stupid guy just said this girl. So when the girl who had Down syndrome cried, and this guy said, "Shut up," and I was like, "Oh, I'm telling on the teacher on you." And the teacher was not happy about this, but the guy who got to go to the principal's office again. And I was like, thank gosh. So this kid who had Down syndrome was not very happy. She was crying. And this boy said, "Shut up. No one cares if you have Down syndrome." And I was like, you should know what Down syndrome is. It's a very bad disorder. Like, I was like, kid, you do not know what this kid could do. So I was like, go away. So I was like, I need to tell on the teacher and you guys before you guys get in trouble. You do not know what Down syndrome is, so you all guys are so dumb. And they were like, I know what Down syndrome is. It's they said, you have to say, shut up to the Down syndrome kid. And I was like, that's not what Down syndrome means. Like, I was so mad. So, it's likely this kid. So I was like, don't be mean to this kid who has Down syndrome. Like, this kid has Down syndrome, not like anything bad enough. This kid has Down syndrome, not like a stupid brain. Like, I felt so bad for this girl who was in my class. Her name was Olivia. She was basically so sweet. And I was like, oh, don't worry. I was so mad at this kid who thought this girl had no smarter than nothing. And I was like, if you want to do this, then don't even talk to this girl, because you're not going down with this kid who has Down syndrome. Like, no reason to ask at all. So this kid was like, no one cares if you have Down syndrome, because this is not going on with anything. So, yeah. It was crazy. This just anything could have happened. And like, why would somebody laugh at somebody who had Down syndrome? I literally felt so bad for this kid who had Down syndrome, because I was like, don't listen to him, the guy who told her to shut up. like, it was so rude of this kid to tell this girl who had Down syndrome. And we were all in 8th grade. No, yeah. We were in 7th grade, and I was 13 years old. So, yeah, it's basically so crazy because I did not know this before this. So, it happened so randomly. Like, I did not know. Why would somebody say it? This girl is crazy. Like, I was like, why would you call this girl to shut up? Like, yeah. So it was crazy because I basically did not know who this girl was, but she was so crazy. So, like for part 4, on the guy who was mean to this girl who had Down syndrome. So I wanted the girl who had Down syndrome to come to my house. I was like, perfect. Come to my house, whatever you want to do. I talked so nice to her. What is it? So I was like, come to my house. My mom doesn't really mind if you come to my house for Downs. Like, my mom would never bully me for Down syndrome. It was so nice. Like, I got to finally do this thing. Like, no one else. Like, it was crazy. I told my mom everything happened at school. And I was like, so this boy was bullying my classmate who had Down syndrome, the girl next to me. So the boy told her to shut up, and my mom said, "What? How rude!" And I was like, "Yes, of course, it is so rude of this kid." So I thought it was just so rude of this girl, cause like, how did she do it? So I was like, he should be in detention, and I was like, they did go to detention. And this girl was so the girl who had Down syndrome. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did anybody hurt your feelings that my mom told the girl who had Down syndrome? And my mom said, the girl who had Down syndrome, Olivia, said, well, it did hurt my feelings that she replied to my mom. And my mom said, here, have a snack. And she gave it to my friend who had Down syndrome. So the girl who had Down syndrome is Olivia, right? And she was just so nice and sweet about it. She really liked anything who had it. So she told me that she has a brother, but she's not her twin, and he has Down syndrome too. And no, she said no fair. He never gets bullied, because he has Down syndrome also. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I told Olivia. And I felt so bad for the girl who had Down syndrome. So that's the end of today's story. Hey guys, and today I'm going to be telling you this man who I almost got this. So hey guys, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the time this time happened. So I parked my car at the Walmart. And I parked my car at Target. Sorry. And so So it was just random. So it was just a random time. I was so hyped about this. Something happened. So I told this girl to come to my house, and I was like, of course, yes. So she said that she does not like having sleepovers, but she does really like when she has friends over to her house. So I invited to my house. My mom said, no way, Jose, this girl cannot go to my house. So I was like, Mom, this is not funny. Like, I was so pumped. Like, why would anything happen to this girl? And my mom said, no, this girl is not coming to your house. And I was like, this girl is so rich. Probably richer than us. She has 100K subscribers, and she has 100K viewers and 100K Robux. And she was like, that's impossible. And I was like, yeah, like, why do you bully this girl? So my mom was like, she talked for a second. She was like, I'm so sorry. Does this girl have anything to worry about this? I was like, no way, Mom. You're just bullying this girl who's so rich. She has more Robux than us. I only have just 100 Robux. I only had 100 Robux. And it was so crazy because I did not know. She has more Robux than us. I only had 2,000 Robux. She only had 100K subscribers. Yeah. So this was awesome. She's a famous TikToker, and she has about 1,000K subscribers, 1,000K followers on TikTok. And I was like, what? She has more followers than me and my mom. And she is so crazy about this because she did not talk to me like this for years and years. So, yeah. For part 2. So this is the time. This is part 2 of my mom bullying this girl who was so rich. So, it was just a random time, and I told the girl who was rich. Her name was KT, sorry. And she is very kind, and she talked to me for a second, and that is so cool. I was around 19 years old, and it was crazy because I love everything. So I told her to come to my house and chill for a minute. And I was like, oh my goodness, she told me all these fun things, and we played Roblox together, and we both played Bloxburg together. And I was like, this is so much fun. We should play Bloxburg more together, and I friended her. So it was so fun. I was like, so sorry my mom bullied you the other day. And she was like, it's fine. Everybody bullies me because I'm so rich, and they are so jealous of me. They're so jealous of everybody else. My mom said, I was like, oh, my mom was just jealous of you. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, she was like, oh, that's fine. Everybody is so jealous of me because I'm so rich. So she told me she has $100, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? So I told her, oh my gosh, she has 105K subscribers. I mean, $105K. $105,000. And I was like, how is that possible? You have $100K? No, she said she has 100,000K money. And she does not save them. She saves them for Gucci. Oh, she only saves them for like dinner, she told me. I was like, what? You only save them for dinner or an iPhone Pro Max? And I was like, where do you live? And I was like, of course I live in Hawaii. I moved here a couple of days ago. I'm not actively moving here. It's just my vacation. And I was like, you live in Hawaii? No fair. And actually, she told me she lived in law. And I was like, oh my gosh. I told her. And this is so crazy. I was like, that spends like thousands of money. And I was like, everybody gives her money, like more money to get her richer. And I was like, you cheater. And she was laughed, no way. This is not funny. And I was like, no way. This is so not funny. And yeah, it was so funny. So watch for part 3. Part 3 of my mom bullying this girl who is so rich. So it was just so fun because my friend and I laughed so hard because we played Bloxburg together, and we still played Bloxburg. My mom told me it was about time for us to go to school. And I was like, Mom, can we have just about a little bit more time? And I was like, my mom was like, no, it's time for school. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to school. And I said, okay, I'll go to school. And it happened. So, yeah. So I told my mom, you should never be jealous of somebody so rich. There are people who don't even have rich money. And people who have 0 Robux on Roblox. And we're kind of those people. Because I only have 2,000 Robux. I told my mom very concernedly. And it was so crazy. My mom told me this, but it was not really nice of my mom to say this. So that's the end of today's story. So I was about at school, and it was a random girl. I thought she was so sweet, and I started to like her. So I liked her. And she told me I was kind of sounding like a Karen. I was like, no, you don't. I'm not a Karen, I told her. And I was only 20 years old. And I was like, I'm not a Karen. Please don't respect me like that. I told her. And I was like, why would she think I was a Karen? And I was not a Karen. So, yeah. I was just so mad, at her. So I was so confused. Why did she tell me I was a Karen? I was like, can I speak to your manager? And I was basically a Karen. So it was so funny that I actually lied to her. It was April Fool's Day, and I was like, I tricked her because I was actually a random person. I was actually a normal person, and I was not a Karen. But I wanted to make her think I was a Karen on April Fool's Day. So it was so funny. So yeah. So it was so funny. So it was super duper funny why this girl said I just thought of things. So I thought of things for a second, and it was so crazy. So, yeah, it was crazy. This girl had part of this thing who had this stuff, and it was so funny. So, like for part two of this girl who thought I was a Karen. So so it was about 5 p.m. 7 a.m. Sorry. And I was laughing so hard because in my mouth in the bathroom because I thought it was so funny that she thought I was a Karen on April Fool's. And I pranked her that I was a Karen, but I was actually not a Karen. So it was so funny because she thought I was actually a Karen. And I was like, I'm not a Karen. I thought to her. And I was so pumped. Why? So I thought it was so funny. Why? But it was so funny. But why would she think I have this? I was never a Karen before in my life. And I was like, it was so funny though. But it was kind of funny because she thought I was a Karen. And she thought I was a Karen. So it was so funny. And she thought I was a Karen. I laughed so hard. It was April Fool's Day. And I was like, no way. This is not going to happen. So, yeah, that's the end of the story. Hey guys, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a time I almost got kidnapped. So, it was a random day at school. Well, this guy came up to me and said hello, and I never met him, and he wasn't even at our school. He kidnapped all my classmates except me. I tried, he forgot to kidnap me. So, I quickly ran out of the classroom, and he also kidnapped my teacher. And I quickly ran out of the school and ran home. I was so pumped. Why would I was like, I was only 9 years old. Hello? Anyone going to do this to me? Yeah, it's so crazy. This person thought I was going to be crazy. So I ran home and I told my mom all about it. I was like, Mom, I almost got kidnapped. And so it was another day at school. Thank gosh, everybody was unkidnapped. So most of the kids were still kidnapped. And they weren't there for 3 days. And I was like, then I actually got kidnapped. It was so crazy. So it was so crazy because it scared me. Why would somebody do this? So I was basically just going to do something. Going potty. I told my teacher I was going potty. Then I went to the thing. I went to the restroom and saw this guy, the same guy, and he kidnapped me. I tried to break free from him, but he would not. He did not let me break free. I was like, let me free. And he was so going to sue me. I was like, he was going to sue my school. I was like, no, you're not. I said to him, and I was so scared. What? It was my birthday, and I was kidnapped on my birthday, on my 10th birthday. I was like, girl, boy, why would you kidnap me on my birthday? I was like, it's my birthday. And then he said, I don't care. And I was like, I was so scared. And like it was going to be this crazy thing. I thought it was so crazy and I was so scared. So when I tried to break free, he brought me to this abandoned house, and I saw my classmates who haven't come for 2 weeks to school, and I was like, this is where you guys have been kidnapped? And I was like, they were like, yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to be kidnapped here forever, and we're never going to break free. And it was about 2 days, and my mom started getting worried about me. And my mom called the cops and said, and my mom said, have you seen the police? And they were like, the police said, have you seen my mom said, no. The police said, no, I haven't seen your daughter. What's her name? And I said, my mom said, her name is, Riley, and she is 10 years old. Today is 2 days ago was her birthday, and I haven't seen her for 2 days. And she cried. My mom cried. So I was just thinking of my mom that time. I felt so worried about my mom. She probably was worried about me, I thought. And I told my classmate, oh my goodness, my mom is going to be so worried. And my classmate said, oh my gosh, my parents are probably freaking out because they haven't seen me for 3 weeks. And the time when we got returned back to our house, we were finally free. Because the kidnapper got kidnapped, and the kidnapper got arrested. So that's the end of today's story. Hi, I'm going to be telling you guys something very scary happened to me. So it was about time to go to school, right? And it was crazy because I did not know what to do. So I was just so crazy. So it was crazy because... yeah, so I was about to go to school, right? And everybody laughed at me, so it was crazy. So I almost got this funny feeling. So I was at school, and I couldn't even speak, for 10 minutes. And I was like, what should I do? And I died. Well, I didn't really die, but I was having a panic attack. So I started to tell my teacher that I was having a panic attack, and my teacher called called 911 and said, my classmate is dying and she's having a panic attack, and I was so dead. So I was actually not breathing, and I was like, the teacher said, she's not breathing, and I was like, I am breathing, and I was like, I was not breathing there. And I was like, I thought I was not going to breathe forever. So my teacher just called the 911, and then 911 came and brought me to the hospital. And I was so dead. I was so dead. So, yeah. For part 2. Part 2 of when I was not breathing. So it was about a day, and so my mom was probably going to be worried about me. So so my teacher called my mom and said, your daughter is not breathing. And I was so mad because I was breathing, but I was actually not. And why would I lie about something like this? And I could not walk. I heard my mom crying for the phone. And I was like, Mom! I told my mom. And my teacher gave me her phone. And I was like, Mommy! Yeah. My mom was like, I'm so sorry, honey. What happened? And I passed out. So a good thing I got into surgery. And it was crazy. So, yeah. That's the end of today's story. Hi guys, and today I'm going to be telling you guys this nightmare I had. So it was it was this sad story. So it was just very not nice. So it was just a time at school where I would get to this thing where I should have gone to this thing. So my friend John told me, "Hi, how are you?" And I said, hi. And I was so mad because I was like, where is everything? And I was like, this nappy right here, is this your baby sister's nappy? And I was like, I had to change her booty, I thought. So I told him, oh, this is my baby sister's nappy. I was so confused. What? This has poop in the nappy. I was so confused. Yeah. So the nappy was just there. And no one had no idea what was going to happen. So it was just there. And they was going to have this weird thing where it happened on a random day of school. And I was in college. So I didn't really want to worry. So yeah.